Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of StarCraft, where I take you through the missions and how to get the achievements. Today's mission is Old Soldiers in the Heart of the Swarm campaign, and the achievements are Old Soldiers. Complete the mission. Nuclear launch rejected. Destroy 20 enemy structures before the first nuke. Recall down the thunder. Complete the mission in 20 minutes on normal. Now this mission it's actually pretty simple. Basically what you're going to want to do, instead of going straight up the right like I do in this mission, you're going to want to come down and clear out this first base settlement expanse down here. Then you're going to go push up the left side, because that way you get both of your expansions in the beginning of the game, and you don't have to worry about clearing then getting the expansion. So basically what you're going to do is, first thing, you're going to come down here and clear out this expansion, and then as soon as this expansion's cleared out, you're going to move up the left to that other green X on the map. This way you get both of your expansions and you can get your units moving faster. Another thing to do is, I suggest coming back to this mission after you've completed the campaign. Just complete it on like a casual difficulty, and then come back and do it for the achievements. And it just makes it so much easier when trying to get the achievements. And I do believe you can still get the 20 building achievement by going up the left side, or at least I could, because I did it on another mission and was able to run through and get at least 25 buildings on the first rush through, so. Which you don't have to do it that way. You can just come in, clear out that expansion, and then just run through and mop up one side or the other. The other reason I suggest going up the left side is because that's a gold mineral base on that side, versus this side, which is just a regular mineral expansion. Plus, Zagara provides free drones if you go up and clear out the base on the left. And here's the first nuke. Alright, now that we're in the actual mission, go ahead and fill out your drone count first. Also, what you're going to want to do is lay down defenses at your bases, because they will be attacked fairly often throughout the mission. And I suggest doing the 5 spine crawler / spore crawler combination. Well, actually just 5 spine crawlers, because there's not very many flying units except for the Vikings in this one, and when they engage ground forces, they morph into their ground form, so the spine crawlers will be able to take them out. But I do say, before you move out of the base, make sure you have your defenses in place, unlike me, because I wind up just moving out, and because of that, I have to come back and protect the base like 4 or 5 times. I know I say that every time in these missions. You'd think I'd learn. But yeah, having a defense of about 5 spine crawlers right there at that entranceway is a good thing. And then once you have that defense for that first base, and your drones are all fully stocked on your hatcheries, go ahead and move out to the expansion on the right over here. Another thing you're going to want to do is start your upgrades as soon as possible, because they will be your friend, because there are a lot of heavy units in this mission. And And as far as unit production goes, I do an army composition of aberrations, zerglings, and queens. It is suggested that you have something that can deal with flying, which is why I go with the queens. You can go with hydralisks because they're cheaper than queens, but I'd go with the queens just because they have that heal, and you have your tanky unit, which is the aberration, so they work really good synergies together. And then the zerglings get bonuses to their armor from the aberration, so. And again, once you have your drones filled out for this side, put down your 5 spine crawlers, and then move your force out. Also, don't let your zerglings run ahead of your aberrations, or they will all die like those just did. You want to kind of keep your forces together, which is kind of hard because the zerglings are a very, very fast unit, and they can outrun most everything except for probably your mutalisks. But yeah, as you can see, periodically you do have the attacks of Vikings that come through, so just be aware that you need to have defenses before you move out. And normally I wouldn't pass up supply crates like that one and that was over by the science facility, but you have 3 different expansions in this mission, plus one is a golden expansion, so it's a lot easier to get minerals and stuff, so you're not locked. So the supply crates, well, they're gravy, but they're not really needed. Yeah, I'm just now putting up the defenses for the base, like, oh, I should probably put these up. So yeah, basically what you'll want to do is during that first part, clear out the 2 expansions, then move into destroying the buildings, then when you start the actual mission, fill out your drone count, and then make your 5 defense spore crawler, 5 spore crawler defense. Then you can move to the next point, or wherever. Also, periodically through the mission, they will try to launch nukes against you, so try to avoid those. And another thing is, you'll probably want to have a overlord made, which you can make those by selecting your overseers and morphing them into an overlord, which depends on your hotkey on that one, but basically you want those because there are ghosts that run around throughout this mission, and they have cloaks, and they're the ones that launch the nuclear strikes against your bases, so, and your forces. It's just a good way to avoid all that and stop the nuclear launches before they become too much of an issue. Yeah, the aberrations are great siege units. Basically, they do heavy damage to armored units, to buildings, and stuff like that. And then the queens work well with them because the aberrations have a lot of health, so they take a while to die, and if you have the queens with them, they heal the aberrations. So the aberrations take the brunt of the fire, and then you have the zerglings which deal the brunt of your DPS. And then basically you have a raid group going, because you have your tanks in the form of aberrations, you have your healers in the form of swarm queens, and you have your DPS in the form of zerglings. So, plus kerrigan, which is just gravy on top of everything. But yeah, as soon as you clear out this base, kerrigan orders Zagara to drop some drones over here, so this way you can start an expansion. And like I said, keep your force together when trying to move into those science facilities, because they will destroy your zerglings if you're not careful. And on this one I'm doing what's called a double hatch, which is basically where I build 2 hatcheries at one expansion, which is really nice for quick unit production and assaults, which is really good for zergs. A lot of times when people are playing zerg, you'll see a lot of double hatcheries go down, because basically the hatcheries are the barracks slash factory slash, you know, whatever building, unit production building of the zerg units. So doing a double hatch at a gold base is like really a good strategy. Also, the other reason I suggest coming in after the campaign, I always have trouble with these missions because I come in like right under the time limit. And if you come in with a post-campaign crew, such as kerrigan and the others, it's a whole lot easier to finish the mission before time runs out. So, yes, keep your overseers from being blown up by the nuke. I should have morphed an overlord for this mission, so this way I could have caught the blasted ghosts that are running around. Right now I'm just clearing out the rest of the buildings. You don't have to do this. I just like doing it because all of these buildings will still produce units if you don't destroy them. So I just don't like having units pop up behind me or, you know, getting ambushed or something like that. So and once you have a decent-sized force, you can go ahead and move in and start taking the main objective, which is basically Warfield's giant cannon. And that sounds like something, but it's not. Yeah, see, there's a patrol. Those ghosts aren't cloak, but some of them, well, most of them that are running around the map will probably be cloaked, so it's just a good idea to have those overseers or overlords running around, so this way you can spot the cloaked ghosts, and they, 1, won't get the drop on you and launch a nuke, and 2, they won't become a pain and start killing units. Because that's one thing that ghosts are good at, is they can sit there with their cloak and just pick off units even without the nuke. Because they also have like a snipe ability, which does a lot of damage, especially to light armored units, like queens and zerglings, stuff like that. Hydralisks. So one ghost can be a real pain in the butt, because I believe the cooldown on the snipe ability is like 5-10 seconds, so yeah, this mission's relatively easy. It's just you need to pace yourself, set up your defenses, and then push. In the beginning, it's just straight on push, but you need to know where to push. And then towards the end, it's just a, alright, set up the defense, set up the base, set up the defense, push forward to the next expansion. Set up the base, set up the defense. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, give me a like, share, and a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.